When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Okay, so Sammi says, hey, Ben and Kelly, this is me swallowing my pride, messaging you two.
Okay.
2 years ago, I was cheating on my boyfriend, left him for another man who I felt was a better fit. My then boyfriend, who was completely loyal to me, was blindsided. The new man had more experience with kids, came from the same socioeconomic background that I did. We've been dating seriously ever since, but it still gnaws at me that I really hurt someone who cared about me. He was the first person I dated after my divorce, and he helped give me a renewed sense of purpose, and then I hurt him. I've tried to reach out to him a few times, got no reply. It kills me that I let him down and broke his trust, especially when I knew he was vulnerable. Is it fair to keep reaching out to someone I hurt but still care about? And is it potentially hurtful to my current relationship to have part of my heart tangled up with this past guy? I just want to talk with the old boyfriend one more time to try and make him understand. I just don't know how to do it.
To answer your question, is it fair to keep reaching out to someone I hurt but still care about? No. Is it potentially hurtful to my current relationship? Yes. That's what I
Yeah,
say.
I feel like it's pretty easy.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, but now what do I do? How do I get past these feelings? I think is what she's trying to come up with herself.
You know what? From personal experience, I did date someone that was still kind of caught up in feeling guilty about the past relationship.
Yeah.
And it kind of really never let him move on and be happy. So that's something I think you have to try to figure out. And maybe it's counseling to help you, put those feelings to rest, to figure out a way to talk through it and ease your mind to move on. Because I think at this point, you trying to reach out to, again, I guess, apologize for hurting him is just going to be for your benefit and maybe not really for his. Because at this point, he's probably long since moved on.
I mean, we think, I mean, and it's been 2 years, so I would imagine he's probably doing his own thing, and maybe even he's seen that you've tried to reach out to him, and he's like, nope, not even going to open that can of worms yet.
Exactly. You've tried, and he hasn't responded, and I think that's the message.
Yeah, so now it's like, what do you do to get over that? Because you're not going to be involving him in this, or at least he doesn't want to be involved in this anymore. And yes, to answer your question, you are going to probably hurt your current relationship if you keep pining after this or having some sort of place in your heart for this ex that you wronged in the past.
You're basically just letting it eat at you. You're not saying that I still am in love with him and, I'm trying to deal with those feelings. You just feel bad about how you treated him.
Yeah, sure.
So you have to try to figure out a way to deal with that. Chris said, this is the price of infidelity. Deal with your feelings. Let the man move on.
All right, more of your calls and comments and texts, 502-795-1997. If you've been in this situation, the same one that she has been, and maybe you can offer a suggestion other than go stalk this guy and go to his door and force him to talk to you.
That's not a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea.
Other than that, how you were able to get over, an ex that maybe you wronged, I think that would help Sammi in this situation. All right, 502-795-1997. He was blindsided. She describes him as, really great guy, helped her kind of through a rough patch she was going through, and she's kind of upset with how she ended it with him, even though she's in a better place now. So she's tried to actually reach out to him and got no reply.
Which I think is the strong message she's refusing to hear.
To hear. And she just wants to know and wants to talk to him one more time to make him understand, but she wants to know how. And Kelly and I are both like, yeah, you're done. You're done.
Yeah,
And
I mean, this conversation would only be for your benefit.
Right.
For sure. If he is refusing to take your calls or respond to your messages, that's telling you something, and you should probably listen to it. Audra said you hurt him. You felt bad about it and tried to reopen that wound by reaching out multiple times. He didn't allow you to do that, so stop trying to hurt him more and, move on.
Okay. What's your thought?
So I heard the story, and I just want to say, girl, just got to move on. Look, I mean, honestly, we've all been there. I've done dumb stuff when it comes to my exes, and they've done a lot of creepy, stalker-ish to me, too. But the bottom line is the best thing to do is if it's meant to be, it'll happen again, but you got to move on. It's the only healthy thing you can really do.
Yeah, she's got to let herself be happy. I get that she feels bad, and she probably should, because, it doesn't sound like that she conducted herself in an honorable way in the last relationship, but she's got to just, realize it's been 2 years. He's probably moved on. The fact that he has ignored her attempts to get in touch with him, she should take that message, allow herself to just move on, and vow to not do that to someone else again.
Absolutely. And statistically, 40% of all marriages are ended by the woman in the first place. And it's today's averages are only skyrocketing on that fact. You just
Look
have
at
to
you
take
and your
losses.
stats. Rolling in with some stats.
I know, I like that. Hey, I appreciate your phone call. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Andrew the Love Doctor.
You got it, brother.
All right, buddy. And so what is your take on this?
She needs to leave that man alone. I'm going to make this very clear for women out there, okay? When you cheat on a man, you break his soul. You ruin something that he trusted you with. There's no reason whatsoever to go back, explain yourself. You've burnt that bridge. Leave him alone. You and Kelly are both exactly 100% right. Women need to understand that men hurt just as much as women do when the relationships end. Do not contact that man. Leave him alone. Don't open the old wound, okay?
What does she do with her feelings? Like, how does she let herself?
She does exactly what you said she does, Kelly. She goes to therapy, because if it's eating at her that much, that's going to cause subconscious issues in her relationship now moving forward, even though she's happy with this guy.
Yeah.
It's eating at her. Go talk to a real therapist, somebody who's got a real doctorate degree, not me.
Oh, I thought you were referring to us.
Well, I'm a professional to you guys. I love you all, absolutely. Right. But anyway, don't open the old wound, man. Guys hurt just as much as women, and I'm sick and tired of women playing this woe is me game. Oh, I hurt him. I want to. Leave the man alone.
All right, Andrew the Love Doctor, thank you as always.
Yep, we need your brutal truth. I like it.
I love it, guys. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
I will say that our social media manager for DJX is commenting with some suggestions on Twitter. She could contact him by handwriting a letter and sending it certified carrier pigeon.
Certified carrier pigeon.
She could call his dad.
Call his dad? No, I don't. Listen.
She
no.
could show up outside his house.
No, this
holding
is why
a boombox
she
while
is
playing "Oops" by Young Gravy.
No, this is why she's not the one dishing out the advice. No, ma'am. We did get a text. Write him a letter, but don't send it. Burn it. Tear it up to shreds. Something to give her closure. That's a really good one.
I like that idea. Just write it all out. Put your feelings out there, and just get rid of it. And then that will actually be a symbolic for you.
Yes.
That hey, this is over.
You're purging it out of your system. You're throwing it out there. Yep. And Jeremy is rolling in it. And maybe this is something there may be some people out there right now that's in Sammy's position, like thinking about, well, I'm with somebody, but I think this other person's better for me. Mm-hmm. And stop yourself before you cheat. End the current relationship before you get into a new one, because of what Jeremy says. You've already wasted enough of his time.
Yeah.
This has to be one of the most self-centered conversations I've heard in a while. Sounds like you want to hang on to the guy who actually loves you while playing with the guy whom you thought was a better fit.
Yeah.
Authentic relationships are not like furniture or a job. It's not about the best fit.
So I think this is good. Yeah, I was going to say this is good lesson for those in the future that if you're in this same situation that Sammi was in and made the wrong decision, you need to figure your stuff out and end the current relationship before you start the next one. So.
Right, because then you can move on and be happy without the guilt of knowing that you didn't do it in the right way.
All right, Sammi, like we said at the start, this is...
Write the letter, burn it up.
Yeah, burn the letter. And, thanks for reaching out to us. Hopefully, you're going to get a little bit of closure on this.